Hi, I'm going to show you how to make these head covers for golf clubs for Father's Day. Show you how to do a driver, but I will link in the comments or the caption the Etsy store that I bought the pattern from, and she includes a driver, hybrid, and a fairway. So let's get started. First, you're gonna cut out the size of whatever cover you're doing. So here I'm doing a driver and I'm using faux leather, and I bought 2 yards of it off of Amazon. You can do any type of fabric. I just like the leather look, and it's also a lot more durable and you can wipe it clean. So you are gonna cut 2 of the outside fabrics. You're gonna have 2 of the outside fabrics. The top one I embroidered already, so this is where you would embroider whatever you want on it. I did Coca-Cola for my granddad because he was an accountant for Coca-Cola. We are going to sew the elastic inside here. I actually kind of like the look of it on the other side so that the Coca-Cola you can see better. I've done both sides, so honestly it doesn't matter. But I got this thick elastic from Walmart because that's all I have where I'm at. So I'm gonna cut it into 3 strips, and you're gonna sew 3 strips of elastic right in the middle, kind of where it's divvied on the sides. You are going to sew these 3 strips in the middle with a zigzag stitch. I always use this, and then the width I do about a 2 or 3. And then you want to do a back stitch as well. So you can clip it. It's whatever you prefer. Just make sure that when you're stitching it, you are pulling it so that it bunches up. And then you're gonna push it through and kind of pull it down like I am right here. This is what it should look like from the outside. I stitched it on the inside. Finished the 3 elastics. This is what it looks like on the inside, and this is what it looks like on the outside. So I'm gonna take the 2 right sides together, and I'm going to sew all the way around. I am gonna clip it together, so I like to just lay it flat and then clip it starting right here. Have it tacked in place, and I'm going to do just a straight line with my back stitch on, and I'm going to sew all the way on around the edges, and I do it pretty close. Have 1 piece of your golf head completely done. This is sewn on both sides, and the insides should be facing each other. Now we're going to cut the inside. That's going to be for the inside of the golf head cover. I use this fleece, and I also got this off Amazon. I don't live anywhere near a sewing store, so I usually order online. And you're gonna cut 2 of these out of the fleece. Again, you can use any type of fabric you want, but I like the fleece because it just slides onto the golf head cover easier. Now that you have the 2 pieces that are gonna go inside the golf head cover, you are going to sew just 1 piece of elastic to the inside of the fleece, so on the not soft cover. And you're just gonna do this just like you did for the golf head cover. Now that your elastic is sewn on, you are going to sew these 2 pieces together, right side facing together, but you are going to leave the top opening open. So I like to clip it there to remind myself to not sew around the top opening. And you'll see why. It's because we're gonna pull it over in the end over the golf head cover. All right, So now that you have this sewed together, you're gonna just pull it through so that the fleece side is on the outside. You are going to put the fleece side inside of the golf head cover, so both of the right sides will be facing each other. So we're just going to put it inside like this. And then you are going to match your corners. Once your corners are matched, you're gonna take this off and you're gonna put this on here like this. And you are just going to sew a stitch around the bottom. Once this is stitched onto the bottom, you are going to pull this out like this, and your opening should be open. You are going to then pull it over your golf head cover, and it's easier if you don't sew it super close at the top like I did. If you leave a bigger opening, you can get the cover through easier. So you're just going to kind of shove the cover down in here. You are going to sew this closed. It doesn't matter what it looks like because again, it's on the inside. So if your sides don't match up, it's okay. This is sewn together. You're going to pull your golf club cover out like this. Kind of pull it out. I'm having a difficult time because I sliced my thumb this morning. All right, and then you're going to just push this up into the golf head cover. I like to do a tack down stitch at the top just so that the sleeve won't pull down when you're pulling your driver out. A little straight stitch. And then I do a back stitch. Mommy. Just trim up the extra edges, and there you have it. You have a driver or a golf head club cover.